All right, and we're live. Man, I tried to go live a little earlier. Um, but certain platforms wouldn't let me be great. I realized that I had booked the live when I needed to be picking up my daughter, so there was a lot going on. And so I'm excited because that's a lot of what we're going to be talking about here today is just the feelings and all the things when it comes to money. And we're specifically going to be talking about income today. So I love it because earlier today I went live in my Facebook group. If you are not a part of the service based CEOs, you need to be. But I went live in my group earlier, and inside my group, I was explaining why we're doing this. I was explaining why I'm deciding to go live all week and talk about the 5 categories of money, where these 5 categories originated from. And I just was explaining all the things. Excuse the broken down. I'm due for an appointment here soon. But I was explaining just all the things. And so in explaining this, I was explaining how, this fabulous book, Tapping into Wealth by Margaret M. Lynch. I am obsessed with the book, and I love the way Margaret M. Lynch broke down the 5 categories of money. And so when it comes to money, we all emit emotions. We all have emotions when it comes to money. We all have emotions when it comes to everything: love, when it comes to houses, when it comes to everything. And we attract based upon the emission of these emotions. And so you attract based upon how you feel. And so I want us to all get more comfortable in understanding that we are attracting based upon how we feel. And so, with that being stated, we are going to be talking about these 5 different categories. I'm going to be reading from Margaret's book, Tapping into Wealth. And I am going to be reading her definition. I'm going to be actually asking you some questions here today that I want you to really ponder on. I want you to really think about it. So, tapping into wealth, let's talk a little bit about me. Who am I? Hello. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jackie Vasquez, Coach Jackie, if you will. I am a money mindset coach. I help female entrepreneurs clear their money blocks, truly cure their generational wealth curses so they can attract the money and the success that they deserve. When we take this a step further, I help women feel worthy and deserving of the money that they desire in their lives. I am an EFT practitioner, which is emotional freedom technique practitioner, a NLP practitioner, which is the neuro linguistic practitioner, and I am a hypnosis practitioner and also a time technique practitioner. I got my degree in psychology, so I take my obsession with behavior and mix it with my obsession with talking to the brain, and I literally create transformational things for women in order for them to change their mind, change their life. Why knowing your emotions about money is important is because at the end of the day, you're emitting all kinds of frequencies, all kinds of energies, all kinds of everything based upon the junk and the gunk that is hanging out up here that can be cleared, that can be moved, that can be removed, right? And so this is why this conversation is so important. Thanksgiving was a bad mama jamma, boy. Your girl was sick. Okay. Your girl was sick. I was so sick. I ain't been that sick in I don't know how long. I ain't been that sick and I don't know how long. And I was just really sick. Thanksgiving, I could barely even move my eyeballs, but managed to make something so the kids can go to my sister's house and have a good Thanksgiving. And then the very next day, as anything would happen, obviously, my baby got sick. My daughter got sick because that's my ace boom coom. That is my right hand. So of course she got sick because mama's sick, right? And so she was sick. But the unfortunate part about her being sick was the fact that medication, any type of medication that I tried to give her, I mean, just she would just let's just leave it at that, right? It was terrible. So I did what any good mother would do. Mm. I took to TikTok. Okay. I took to TikTok and said, help, give me some good home remedies that are going to help my baby get through this. Okay. And so when I did that, a whole bunch of home remedies showed up. Two in particular that I was obsessed with that I used. I used an onion. I cut up an onion and put it in the room next to her. I mean, in the bed next to her. In the bed next to her. On the counter next to the bed. The bed. On the counter next to the bed, I put the onion. And the onion was, it's meant to suck out the toxins. And so I really felt that that's what the onion was doing, because literally as soon as I did that, I put the onion next to the bed and I squeezed. You have to put an orange in a microwave. It's cold and flu season. Hear me, people. Take note. This stuff worked. But we took an orange, cut it in half, put it in the microwave for 2 minutes, threw it in there with some honey, squeezed the orange into, I actually put it into one of her little cups like it is medicine. She took it back. Next day, no fever. Okay. Onion and orange. But I'm saying all that to say this: multiple things will help you cure an illness. It's just like when you get sick. You are meant to rest. You are meant to drink lots of fluids. You are meant to take whatever medication to get you through the day, right? But there's multiple things that you are able to do in order to help you cure what it is that you got going on within your body. Same is true for your mind. Okay. And that's why when it comes to all the modalities and everything that I do, it takes multiple things to change your mind. It takes multiple things to get you deprogrammed from the programming of either all your life or just as long as you can remember. It takes multiple things to deprogram those thoughts holding you back from the money you deserve to be making in your business. If you're not making the money that you want to be making in your business, there is a reason why. And the reason why, most of the times, ain't got nothing to do with your actions, your strategies, your whatever. It has everything to do with what you believe to be true about you. So I want to implore upon you, get an understanding of what is holding you back here. And a lot of people are like, well, I know I got to go out to do this. I got to go out and do this. I got to go out and do this. Majority of the time, it has nothing to do with the action, because your body is going to get into action the moment that you change what's going on in here. You got to change the way you think and feel about money in order for you to show up differently when it comes to any kind of money, but we talk about business here today. Okay. When it comes to money in your business, when it comes to attracting more money in your business. So, specifically, that is why we're having the conversation, because we are talking about the 5 categories of money. I want you to take a look at all 5 categories and take a look at what is holding you back. Shine the light on what is keeping you from the bag. Right? The moment that you shine the light on it, it is going to allow you to see the block. It's like rolling down the road, okay? Let's talk about GPS for a minute, okay? Let's just have a conversation about GPS for a minute, right? You got your Google Maps, okay? When it comes to Apple got its own mappy thing, right? You got Waze, right? But every map is either gonna. My son he swears by Waze. He swears by Waze. I used to swear by Waze too. Waze will have you all up in the streets and the hills, honey, but you're gonna get to wherever you got to get to fast, okay? Especially us living out here in the Bay, we know traffic, okay? And so Waze is the one that's gonna get you around all the roadblocks. But if you go with the regular map, right? Let's just go with good old Google Maps. It's going to give you the way in which it knows to get there. And that's what a lot of you seem to be following. You seem to be following the people who showed you their way. And their way may not happen to have had any roadblocks. Their way may have had a clear, open road, no cars to be seen anywhere, just open road. But your way may have a whole bunch of traffic. Why? Because there are thoughts and feelings that you've been holding on to from other people. They're not even yours. Other people then said to you, "Hey, babe, so money, it's the root of all evil. You know that money, yeah. hmm Um, you know, when you make a whole bunch of it, you're gonna have more problems. Girl, you know that money, uh-huh. Yeah. So having a lot of money, people gonna start to look at you like you act funny now. You know what I'm talking about, right? If I get too much money, now my cousins and them is gonna be asking for a dollar or two. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So you end up with these thoughts and these feelings about money, which makes your body show up in an action form where it's not gonna want to make the money. It's not gonna want to do it. So you are now procrastinating. You are now not posting the product that you know you have. You are now not, talking to the people that you need to talk to. Now you're not telling people that you even have a business because the business ain't not making no money. So how is this even a business? You find yourself getting into action on thoughts that you didn't realize are controlling your life. Woo. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. The moment people start to get a hold of this, the moment that we all gonna be billionaires. Okay. But y'all have to get a hold of these thoughts and feelings that are holding you back from the money that you deserve. And so that's why I'm here to have a conversation about the 5 categories of money, because these 5 categories are the categories that emit feelings about money to you. So let's talk about it. Today we're going to talk about income. Okay. Again, I'm going to be reading directly out of Tapping into Wealth, Margaret M. Lynch. Phenomenal book. But I'm going to be reading about income right now. We're going to have a little conversation about income. Okay. So the first category of money is income. Okay. Your earned money. Income is the direct flow of money into your life that's received in exchange for your time and energy. Exchange for. We getting paid for our time and energy. So if you still running around here not believing that you are worth more money, I want you to remember what it's attached to: your time and your energy. So we're going to start to think about how much money are we really worth? Okay. It represents both survival and the level at which you value yourself. So it represents your survival and the level at which you value yourself. So yourself meaning your energy, your time, your training, and your experience, right? So we're going to keep going. Thinking about your income. This is why it admits feelings, right? Because when you start thinking about your income, you start to have a feeling about how much you're worth. Thinking about your income can trigger and reveal programmed emotions around survival in society. So when we think about it, we think about all the movies, about rich people. You know what I'm saying? I love to flashback to, Scrooge McDuck. Scrooge McDuck was the mean duck. I also like to talk about Robin Hood, right? He was stealing from the rich, giving to the poor, right? He was the hero. So when we talk about it, it's survival around your society. I don't want to be viewed like the rich king, like this bad person. If I got money, I'm a terrible person, right? I don't want to be viewed like Scrooge McDuck. So you realize that you're being programmed in your mind, and it is showing up in your behavior and how you operate in your business. Okay. It indicates how you were taught to view your ability to thrive or just survive. Are you meant to thrive or just survive? What do you believe you're worth? And what socioeconomic class you are within. So I want you to ask yourself, and this is what she has you asking here. And I'm going to ask you the very same question, and I'm elated because this is where it gets to be fun. Okay. Ask yourself, and this is when the emotions are going to be emitted. Am I just barely surviving? It says living hand to mouth. I've never liked that one. I don't know. COVID makes me think nasty. Living paycheck to paycheck. Am I barely surviving living paycheck to paycheck? Is my family considered to be middle class, but it feels like I never have enough for the things I want to improve my life? Never have enough. Who feels like they never have enough? Okay. Who feels like they never have enough? Right. Do I bring in enough to make ends meet, but always run out of money by the end of the month? So start to think about the income that is coming into your life. Start to think about the money that you have. Are you satisfied with it? Are you ready to take it to the next level? Right? When you start to think about these things, it starts to emit emotions. Okay. I've always had a good job. That was always me. At the age of 17, I worked as an assistant manager for close time. Okay. 17, I was an assistant manager. I was the lead bank teller by the age of 18 because close time shut down. But I've always had a good job. I've always had an amazing job. I've always made a lot of money, right? So I know I value myself high on the level of money. Like I know I'm meant to make money, period. Right. My next level self is the self I'm unlocking at this present moment. But I know I'm meant to make money. Okay. I've quit my good government job. Right. I went out and I got a good government job. You're gonna see me do air quotes about the good government job thing for all my government employees. Don't judge me. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know you got passions and stuff outside of this that are bigger and better and beyond you. And the moment that you step into it, you're gonna feel free. Okay. But I have a good government job, six-figure earner, straight up, right? But I followed my dream. I followed my dream to own my own, well, to become an event planner. That's what I was following my dream to do. And so I ended up working for this rental company and it was phenomenal. I got to do centerpieces. I got to do I just had such a good time there. But I got really sick. Like I told y'all, I was sick right now. I don't normally get sick. I barely ever get sick. But this one time I got real sick. I was down and out for 5 days, y'all. That flu at that time took me down and out, right? This was a while ago. And when I got sick, I got fired. I got fired from the dream job. And that right there, because we talking income here, right? That right there, that very moment made me feel like I couldn't pursue my dreams because my dreams weren't going to be able to sustain my financial life. That's deep. Matter of fact, to be honest with y'all, I'm not even gonna lie. This is the first time I even thought about that. Like, wow, that's wild. Because then all of a sudden that started to be my thought process. And it's funny to me because when I brought up the fact, I have notes here. When I brought up the fact that we were going to be talking about income, I don't know why that story always comes up, but now I know. I have literally been running around here acting like my dreams can't sustain my lifestyle. I've been literally walking around here believing and feeling and behaving as if my dreams can't sustain my lifestyle. And now I know why, because I went through that experience. You see how that works out? So when you shine a light on it, see, I'm smiling because I'm over here like, girl, we about to clear this. We about to get off this thing and clear that right now. But at the end of the day, I'm a single mom. I'm a single mom. I have to take care of my children. I have to be able to provide for them. And so I worry about sustaining the income level because I need to be able to do what I need to be able to do for them. My son's on his way to college. My daughter, she, is multi-talented. So I want to put her in like everything, right? Everything known to man, dance, piano. I mean, I want to get her in everything. But it's, sustaining that income to be able to sustain their lifestyle matters to me. And so that's why it's so funny, because I see a lot of gurus, a lot of people that, make a lot of wonderful money. I see them, and I wonder most of the time, how many of y'all did this as single moms, you know? And if you did, can you show me how to do it that way? Because your way as a single person with no kids, no responsibility, it doesn't match my hustle. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when you start to open your eyes to the fact that you are limiting yourself here, you will begin to realize doors will open for you. You will get into action on things that you didn't even realize you needed to get into action on. You will be placed in front of the right person at the right time who has the right thing for you. And that alignment is going to take you to the next level. But it's about believing that you are worthy and deserving. And that's when it comes to income. What matters is looking at, why do I not feel worthy? Where does it start? Shining the light on it. And again, I want you to remember, this is multifaceted. There's multiple levels to this, because when you start to uncover and unlock, I'm like, who is at the door? When you start to uncover and unlock what it is that is holding you back, what it is that is stopping you. Charlotte, see who it is? Who is what is stopping you, right? Sorry, I'm doorbell ringing, y'all. I'm like, I'm not expecting nobody. Was it a package? Package, okay. But what is stopping you? You will be able to unblock it. You will be able to have your own Waze app where you've already typed in the destination, and Waze is like, oh, I see that traffic, but honey, we're gonna go over here, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, because see, we are beyond this at this point. Right? Your next level self, when it comes to your income, has everything with you looking at, what is it that I'm not seeing so I can get to the next level? I was talking about this earlier because I was able to go live on Instagram and TikTok. So I already did this live, or, today, but I was talking about this earlier. It's just like with video games. You're going to be at one level of a video game. You know what I'm saying? And in order for you to get the next level, you have to master and pass. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Just put it right there. You have to level and pass this level that you're currently at right now. You got to get past this. You got to go higher than this, right? And in order to get past this current level, you have to master this current level. And mastering this level looks like whatever you need to do to get through this. And a lot of the time, it is taking, not even majority of the time, 99% of the time, it's taking a look at the thoughts that are holding you back, making you feel like you can't get to that next level. Once you master who you are on this level, you go to this one, right? And so, had a lovely conversation with somebody that I'm absolutely obsessed with. Really amazing friend. I love her to pieces. She just rocks my whole world. You know who you are. But we were talking about going to the next level, and she was like, I'm just trying to figure out how to open up the 300 to 500,000 K level. You, no matter what level you're at, will always be at the same level unless you unlock something here to take you there. And it's up to you to unlock each level. It's funny to me because I don't normally talk about my job, and I've decided that I'm going to start talking about it more because I am a six-figure earner. I'm not going to shy away from the fact that, hey, I got here. I got here, and I know a lot of people who retire never making it to this level. You see what I'm saying? So I made it here. And I made it here by unlocking each level in my job. It's just like when I was at a certain level, under 60,000 a year, right? When I was at that level, I dressed a certain way. I didn't really care, came to work half the time, barely gotten to sleep the night before. This was my 20s. And would go party with my girls. It would slide into work the next morning, half hungover, trying to get my life, right? I would show up to work that way as that kind of earner. But the more that I grew, and all of a sudden I'm dressing different. to get this next promotion. All of a sudden, my work is more flawless and I'm doing more things to get this next promotion. I mastered the level to get to the next level, right? Same thing comes in business. I'll never forget when I had my first $10,000 month. I just knew and believed that I was unstoppable. It was where my mindset was at that unlocked the $10,000 month. And the only thing that keeps it consistent is you believing every month is a $10,000 month for you. Okay. So your income is going to emit some type of emotion. And I want you to acknowledge said emotions. Those questions that I asked earlier, am I just barely surviving, living paycheck to paycheck? Ask yourself that. Because when we come back and talk about income, we realize that it is the exchange for your time and energy. How much do you think that you're worth paying? How much? I'm gonna tell you right now, when I won $20,000 on The Price is Right, I knew I was worthy of that money. Shoot, that game was actually kind of rough. It's kind of hard. But I knew I was worthy of the money, regardless of before the game. Before I even got there, I even said, "Oh, we need $20,000." I bet you anything we go on The Price is Right, win $20,000. I just was, hey, having a good time with it. You're worthy and deserving of what you feel that you're worthy and deserving of. So, again, it is about shining the light on the negative feelings, the negative thoughts, the negative emotions that arise when you start to think of your income. Are you not satisfied? And for those of you that make the comment, well, this enough. It's enough money. I got enough. This for you. You can always have more. And don't make it think, don't sit up here and look at me crazy. No, you're not greedy. No, you're not a terrible person for wanting more. No, ma'am. Okay. You are a wonderful, beautifully created human being who understands that prosperity is your birthright. So I want you to extend yourself, extend your mind to the possibilities of more. We're going to talk more about that later on in this week. But today, let's talk income. Your income deserves to be stretched higher. So, what kind of emotions are you feeling about your current income? Do you think it's what you're worthy and deserving of, or do you think that you're worthy and deserving of more? Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. If you can't be honest with you, then I know you ain't gonna be honest with us. So, whatever. But be honest with yourself. You're deserving of more. To all my female entrepreneurs out there, if you are running around here saying people can't afford to pay you, you don't feel worthy of more. Stop discounting yourself. You're not deserving of the discount. If you get to set your prices, which is the coolest thing in the whole entire world to be able to do, if you get to set your prices, set them high, set them large, and set them in a way that is worthy and deserving of you. Okay. So if you can't do that, if this stuff is making you uncomfortable again, I want you to take a look at what is holding you back. What are your thoughts and feelings about income? Because that right there is going to show you where your money blocks are at. All right. If you need any help with this, if you like, Jackie, this is something I could just really use your help with. I'm going to need for you to drop a comment below. I'm going to need for you to slide into my DMs, whatever, however you want to communicate with me. But holla at you, girl. I got your back. Coach Jackie got your back. There is no reason for you to continue to suffer in silence anymore. And the thing about it is, you don't even realize you're suffering in silence. You're just in the same place you've always been. You are just literally living paycheck to paycheck. Ain't nothing gonna change until you do. You've let other people infect you with their thoughts, their feelings, their worries, their beliefs about money. Let's have an honesty moment. That ain't for you. You get to believe to be true something different for you. It's funny. I had somebody tell me recently, and this is why I don't like talking about my job, because somebody told me recently, oh, you have split energy when it comes to, if you're, in a 9 to 5 in a business, you have split energy, split energy. And at first I was believing that to be true for me. I was running around here talking about, oh my God, I got split energy. Oh my God, what a horrible person. What am I supposed to do? My business is going to suffer. Ah. Then it hit me. I ain't got to believe this mess. If I'm going to create my reality, what's the reality I want to see and create? What I believe to be true is I'm meant to balance them both right now, because it's going to teach me how to bring about all components of the business that I'm going to bring about for me, for my business. My business has multiple components. For those who know me, you know what I'm talking about. It's going to have multiple components, and I'm going to have to be able to bring all those together. So in order for me to get to that level, in order for me to be that woman that is going to be running this place, this thing that I'm going to be having, in order for me to become her, I have to learn how to wear multiple different hats. And all of these hats mean something big. And I want to be able to give my energy to all of them. Okay. So I absolutely love you. I want you to have everything that you desire. And the only way to do that is to unlock what's blocking you in your mind. Okay. So get ready. This is just day one. We just talked income. Tomorrow we're going to come back and we are going to be talking about tomorrow we're going to come back and be talking about savings. Savings is a good one. That's another really, 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 really good one. I'm going to change the time up because I totally wasn't thinking about my poor baby. I had to make sure I picked her up at 3. So that's the only reason I was a little tardy for this party. But I will be back tomorrow. I don't know. I'm thinking about 2 p.m., 2 p.m. or 12. I don't know. We'll see. I'll figure it out. But I'll be back tomorrow, going live again. And I love y'all. And I want to see you abundant. And I want to see you attract everything that you want to attract right into your life. You are worthy and you're deserving just because of who you are. Just because you were born first name, last name, you're worthy and deserving of all the abundance that you desire. All right. So time to get to the bag. Quit letting these thoughts hold you back. Quit letting these feelings be the thing that's blocking you from the bag. Let's get to it. All right. Let's do it. Mm, mm, mm. Love y'all. Have a good day, evening. See you tomorrow. Wow, thing.